So, ladies and gentlemen, today I got bit by a dog. Have you ever been bit by a dog? I was lucky. It was a small little rat, obnoxious, disgusting little dog. Didn't break my skin. I was working at my daughter's elementary school. It was about 8 in the morning or so. Had my little orange reflective vest on just to let all the parents know that I am the official valet. I'll be taking care of your children, making sure they're safe, getting to class, getting out of your car. And so this one SUV pulls up, a familiar SUV, some familiar sounding obnoxious dogs inside of it. Little 5-year-old girl weighs 40 pounds. Her backpack weighs 80 pounds, double her weight, not a good ratio. I'm worried about her getting scoliosis. I reach into the SUV while these little yapping rat dogs are trying to snap at me, and I pull up I lift up the backpack, and as I'm doing so, I get bit in the finger. And the mom says to me, "I'm sorry." And I'm thinking, really? How sorry are you? Because like yesterday and the day before and the week before, these dogs show up snapping at me. You didn't seem that sorry. And I'm sure next week your dogs will be snapping at me. You don't seem that sorry. You know, "I'm sorry" is too often a cheap tactic. A lot of times people say "I'm sorry" over and over again, but they don't change their behavior. And so, you don't want to know who's sorry in that scenario? I'm sorry, because I have to deal with these obnoxious little dogs, and I have to see a grown person so emotionally dependent on her dogs that you can't be separated from them for about 15 minutes, because all you got to do is keep them home. You don't have to bring them everywhere in the car. And honestly, I don't think you need to be proud of your dogs. I don't think they're really a cause of great pride for you. That's just my opinion. I think your dogs are ugly. I think they're obnoxious. They're ill-behaved. You don't know how to control your animals. This is not something that I see as a positive in your life. That's just me. But honestly, I shouldn't even have to tell you this. It should be common sense. We have another parent. She says she's sorry to me every day. Her car is really filthy, and she's always apologizing for how filthy her car is. I don't think she's ever cleaned it, ever, in the 15 years she's had it. It has fossilized gummy bears in it, used Kleenex, diapers that haven't been thrown away in about a month. The leather seats have been eaten up. I think it's by some kind of flesh-eating bacteria. Honestly, I do feel morally obliged to perhaps call the Center for Disease Control and have them look into this. And every day, oh, I'm so sorry for my messy car, as you know, dirty Kleenex spews into my face. And she's kind of nice, but you know what I'd like to say to her? If you are really sorry, why not just one day a year, clean your car? That's all I'm asking. That's not a high bar. I'm not a tough dude. I mean, I got my own problems. I'm not Mr. Tough Guy. I'm thinking one day a year you clean that car out. That might be pretty good. Here's some other violations I'm seeing as the valet dude. I'm the valet dude and I'm seeing some violations. Here's another one. I got kids showing up and you got traffic backing up behind them. You know what they're doing? They're eating breakfast. Really? Is that a good idea to eat a breakfast burrito and wash it down with a juice box while dozens and dozens of cars are backing up behind you? Is that a thoughtful thing to do? Would you like me to bring you a little moist towelette while you're at it? How's that going, huh? Here's another situation. I've got children showing up and they're barefoot. They got bare feet going on. What's that all about? And they don't know how to put on their shoes and socks. Guess what? Mommy and Daddy don't even know how to put their shoes and socks on. They're perplexed. They're going, "Oh, hey." They look at me, "Could you put on their shoes and socks?" I'm not your nanny. I got to tend to other cars. Great idea to have your kids put their shoes and socks on. Here's one of my favorites. I have some kids that can't leave the car, according to the parent, because their favorite song is still on. Really? You have to listen to the end of Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, or whatever the heck it's called, Shake It Off, or I don't know what it is. Are you teaching your child to become a narcissist? Unbelievable. Great idea. Let them just finish the song. Here's another violation. I have parents, it takes them 20 minutes to say goodbye to their kids. 20 minutes. You know, we're not at Ellis Island reuniting with family members. You're not reuniting with a loved one, you know, who was locked up in a Malaysian prison for drug trafficking for 12 years. You're not going to see your kid for 6 hours. That's all it is. And when you spend all this time saying goodbye to your kid, I got traffic backing up. I'm just trying to keep the traffic moving. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. Here's another scenario. I got a mom. She drives a $100,000 Mercedes SUV. She doesn't know how to unlock it. She doesn't know how to lower the windows. You could afford $100,000 for the SUV. Can you afford the time to read your owner's manual? That might be a good idea for you today. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not trying to impose my lifestyle on you. This is just what I see as your humble valet servant. Again, I'm not, who am I? I'm just some fat bald dude who lives in Torrance. I don't know anything. Here's another scenario. I got some moms, after they drop their kids off, they're putting makeup on. This is not a brilliant time to be putting on makeup. You got traffic backing up. We're trying to keep the traffic flowing here. If you want to put on makeup, please do it at your home. I mean, this is just my opinion. I shouldn't have to tell you any of this. What I think we need in society to make things work, whether it's the valet or the supermarket or dealing with our neighbors, we need common values. And the way to have common values is to assert shame. And here's what I would like to bring shame to the valet drop-off. I would like to create a giant crane with a giant shame claw. And so when the dogs are yapping at me and about to bite me, the giant shame claw descends into the car. You know, makes this obnoxious, and the dogs scurry away. It's just the shame claw, you know, wagging its pointer finger. Someone's clogging up traffic, putting makeup on, the shame claw. That's what I like to see. I'd like to see the shame claw when you know, kids are eating their breakfast burritos. Hey man, I could use a shame claw at my own house. When I'm wasting time on the internet looking at a watch I don't need to buy, I don't have time to wear this watch, why am I looking at it? Well, don't think about it. The shame claw comes down. That would be good. That would be good for me. It would be good for the valet service. I'm going to work on that right now. All right, I got something to do. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am out.